Alright guys, this is Mr. Tactical Wedgie here, and we're talking about shotguns for home defense. And I'll start out by saying, if you're a pistol owner and you're defending your home, that's your primary home defense firearm, you might want to look into getting a shotgun. And I'll talk about that in a little bit, but the shotgun, I'll actually talk about that now. The shotgun is a very easy to use weapon. Generally speaking, this one has a safety right here, and if one's in the chamber, all you gotta do is take the safety off, and I believe just about everyone will know how to work a pump shotgun, usually. Now, everyone needs training as well. This one, you just have a safety, and it's a lot easier. You just pull the trigger. Now, let me go ahead and show you, before we get talking anymore, at these firearms. This one is loaded, and really the way you're supposed to unload a pump is just to take it from the bottom here and take the shells out of the tube. And I had a guy message me and ask me why was my gun loaded in my video, and I sent him a message back saying that I need to show people to always make sure they unload them when they're handling them. And this one actually has two empties. I'll go ahead and take them out of there just to show you they're empties. See, empty, empty. Those will be demonstration now. Okay, I want to tell you there's three types of shotguns that you should get for home defense. Probably the first or the best choice is probably going to be a semi-automatic shotgun, and I don't have one here on the table today, but I don't own one. But the advantage is the gas system that they use, or the system. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but when the bullet comes back, it's going to soften some of the recoil. Now, if you're shooting either one of these, a pump or a double barrel, you're going to get a lot more recoil than a gas-operated shotgun. That's good at night for quick target acquisition and different things, and they shoot generally a lot faster than a pump. Not faster than a double barrel, but you only get 2 shots. And their second best choice is the pump shotgun. Like I said, it's got a little stiffer recoil, but if you get one of these youth model 20 gauges, it's not that bad compared to a pump 20. I mean, a pump 12 gauge. It's 20 gauge, of course. But pump 12 gauges, it depends on what kind of heavy gun, or how heavy the gun is. Example, this is a 12 gauge, this is a 20 gauge. This 20 gauge is going to kick just about as much as this 12 gauge. And actually, shooting it, duck hunting, I observed that. But the double barrel is our final choice. Again, very reliable, more reliable than the semi-automatic or the pump. And I think of it almost as a revolver of the shotgun world, being that you don't get as many shots, but it's going to go boom when you need it. With that being said, the primary reason, I'm going to go ahead and load some of these empty shells to demonstrate here, that I would want one of these because of this. You walk up to the hallway, you got 2 quick shots. As quick as you can pull the trigger, fast as a semi-automatic, faster than a pump, but then you're going to have to reload, and it's reliable as well. Another topic I want to talk about is the 12 gauge versus 20 gauge topic, and I already spoke just a little bit about that due to the recoil. That's probably one of the most important topic is the recoil on the shotguns, really, because they do have a lot of recoil. It's not a pain factor as much as it is target acquisition. These don't hurt at all. It's target acquisition. Example, go out in the woods and try to shoot 3 bottles as quick as you can with a shotgun. The recoil is going to knock you off target a little bit. And the same thing if you're acquiring targets and people in your home, that's going to happen. So, therefore, I generally recommend a 20 gauge in a semi-automatic. Forgot to talk about this. In a pump, I'll recommend 12 or 20 in the double barrel. Just go with 12. It doesn't really matter, just something to consider. And with that being said, 12 gauge versus 20 gauge, I wanted to talk about that topic. Usually your 20 gauge shotguns, example this one, are going to have just a little bit less recoil. Now, I already talked about the benefits of less recoil. And they're good for female shooters or, male shooters who are recoil sensitive, smaller in stature. And they do pack. They have about 65% less recoil, and they pack just about as much lead as a 12 gauge downrange. And I already stated some of the advantages of these 2 shotguns, and I want to talk about something about my final thing I really want to talk about, is ammo selection. Alright, some people recommend this is actually not really birdshot, but this is Sure Shot Remington Heavy Dove 6-shot. Do not use this. No, throw it away. Don't even look at me. Use a buckshot shell. Now, if you live in an apartment, I've heard a bunch of articles online. You probably looked them up if you're interested in watching this video about shotguns, about birdshot for home defense. It's not going to cut it. It will not penetrate deep enough to hit a vital organ, and that's the only way to stop someone. And it does have an advantage of less penetration, and you know, if someone's shooting at me with birdshot, I'm going to run away. But still, a determined person, it will not stop. To be warned, don't expect any effect. If you want to load with birdshot, that's your call. But I generally would recommend for a 20 gauge the Express 20 pellet number 3 buck, and I don't have any of the 12 gauge recommended loading. Actually, hang on for half a second. I've edited this out. Hold on. Alright, my recommended 12 gauge load, I'm trying to hurry, is actually the Winchester Super X. Yeah, right there. Winchester Super X, double-aught buck. Proven load, old, yeah. Very old. This one's actually a little corroded. Old but proven. And so I believe the same thing for this 20 gauge Express buckshot. Those are just my two favorites. Maybe not the best one-shot stop around, but just my considerations. And with a shotgun, guys, closing thing, I usually want to do this in most videos. Just the closing arguments here is all I can say is just train. If you don't have a shotgun, think about getting one. And when you get it, train. Teach everyone else how to use it, just in case. That's just a little bit of my opinion on shotguns for home defense. Mr. Tactical Wedgie here, and I'm out.